What's up, Beam Team? Coming at you guys with another video. This one's a little bit different than what we normally do, but today I'm gonna bring you guys a full story time on what happened when I tried selling my F30. So, I think it was my last video. I told you guys I wasn't gonna make a story time about it, but after talking to some other people, they're like, "Yeah, I might as well just do it." And let me tell you, this story is pretty crazy. So, in the story time, I don't think I'm gonna use the person's real name because I'll get into that why I can't use the person's real name. But yeah, guys, it's a pretty crazy story, and I just thought you guys would love to hear it. So it definitely did scare me from private selling. I don't think I'm gonna continue to private sell. So when I am ready to sell my car, I will sell it. Not in no rush. I guess I want to say, like, I'm taking it as a sign that I should just wait a little bit longer and see what happens. So as for now, we're rocking out with the F30. F80 will come soon, maybe the next year. Who knows? Definitely will be within the next year or so. I'm not going that long with F30, but it is coming soon. So let's get into the story time, guys. All right, guys. So let's get on with the story. So all of this happened within, like, I want to say, towards the middle of January. Yeah, I think it was towards the middle of January. So, as you guys know, I was trying to sell the F30. I was trying to sell the F30 to try to get an F80 M3, which is still the goal, just not right now like I was trying to, but I was trying to sell the F30, so I posted it. I was testing the waters, actually, at this point. So I was testing the waters. I posted it on my Instagram. Had a lot of people who tried DMing me who weren't serious, but I also posted it on OfferUp. Useless. If you're trying to sell a car on OfferUp, it's just ridiculous. I've sold plenty of things on OfferUp, but cars, when it comes to cars, it's stupid. It just gets into another story on. I was trying to sell another car on OfferUp, and that went pretty bad too. So yeah, that was pretty dead. So yeah, my friend posted it on Facebook Marketplace for me. He posted it on Facebook Marketplace for me because I don't have a Facebook Marketplace. I tried to make one, but Facebook apparently has new rules to where you cannot use an account that you just made for Marketplace to prevent from scams, like what was trying to happen to me. Okay, so my friend posted it on Facebook Marketplace for a way higher price than I even wanted to put on there. But he was like, nah, just do it. I was just like, let me just do it. Let me see. And if somebody hits me lower, at least I'm where I wanted to be in the first place. So I was just like, yeah, you're smart anyways. So he posted it on Facebook. He put it on Facebook for $19,000. So he put it on Facebook for $19,000. Mind you, he's the one getting all these messages. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have access to his account. He put it on Facebook Marketplace, and he was the one getting all the messages. So he was getting all these messages. A lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, I want to get him." Didn't go really through with it. Another person DM'd him. This is before he sent me the text message. Some person DM'd him saying, "Mind you guys, I still owe a little bit on the car. I still owe about $9,000 on the car." So he DM'd and we put that all inside the listing, just in case for the person who wanted to buy it, they would know that it would take a little bit longer for the title to come, as opposed to me right out owing the car. So he posted it online. The person DM'd him. The person went straight to it. This is on a female's account, and I didn't think nothing of it. But I didn't think nothing of it because I was like, he DM'd me on the female's account. I can understand that because I don't even have a Facebook. I'm using my friend's account. So that can be understandable. He DM'd him saying like, "Oh yeah, I want to buy this car right now. I want to buy it. I see you owe him a car. I want to call your bank to get this situated immediately." If I saw those texts, I promise you guys, I would have not gone through with it. I know what a scam looks like when it's starting, but as my friend did, he gave the person my number without telling me, but it's whatever. He gave the person my number without telling me. He gave the number and then told me that he had somebody. I was just like, "Send me the messages. Let me see." He sent me the messages and I was like, this looks sketchy. But he already gave me my number, so let me just see what happens with it. When he gave him my number, I was at work that day. The person then called me. Like I said, when I found out it was the dude, was when he called. He told me he thought it was a female. My friend told me he thought it was a female until the person called. He called my phone while I was at work and was like, yeah, I'm calling about the car you have on Facebook. Mind you, the messages said nothing about how he likes like if you're buying my car is a pretty good looking car. So if you're trying to buy my car, it's usually I'm trying to target somebody who actually likes cars, not just. I mean, that was that's who I would prefer the car to go to because I want my car to go to a good home. So the person who DM'd me just didn't say nothing about the car, how they like it, no questions about the car. The listing had all the stock parts, all the modifications that did to the car, said nothing about it. Just went straight to talking about wanting to pay the loan off. I'm guessing that's how they get you. So, where was I? So he calls me up on the phone, was like, yeah, I wanna, how can we call the bank? Can we call the bank on three-way? Guys, what? When you call the bank, I don't know if you guys call the bank, you guys know you guys gotta say personal information on the phone with the bank. Calls, he's like, yeah, I want to talk. Let's talk to the bank together on three-way. I'm like, no, that's completely dead. I am not doing that. I am not talking to the bank with you on three-way. From then, I was like, yes, I'm done with this dude. From that point, it went to him saying, I was just like, I'll call you later. Because like I said, I was at work. So I called him the next day that morning, telling him I was not going to call the bank with him on three-way. He said, okay, that's fine. A few hours later, he texts me and says that's the only way he will be able to do this transaction is if we both call the bank at the same time. I'm still like, no, absolutely not. I'm not calling the bank with you on the phone with me. So then he was like, okay, if you give me the number, then I will call the bank myself and do it. And I said, fair. So what I did was he called the bank. The bank told him all the information that he would need, which was my routing number, my account number. So what I did was take, the bank sent me the payoff quote for my car. Like I said, I was still owing about $9,000 on the car. So they sent me the payoff quote. Said how much I owed on the car, had my routing number, and had my account number. So with that information, I forwarded it right over to him. So, I forwarded it right over to him, and we're starting to get things rolling. At the same time, I'm still like, yeah, this dude can't be serious. I don't believe it, but we'll see. We're just going with the flow, and that's exactly what I was doing. So we're doing exactly that, and then what happens then? Then, mind you, he actually sent the money to my account, but the money he sent was the amount that I owed. Yes, the guy sent the amount that I owed, exactly the same amount to the bank that I have the loan with. From then I didn't think much of it, but then after he sent the money and went through, he was like, "Now do you believe me? Now do you believe me?" He sent me his license too, and I was like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. I got a little bit, like, that gave me hope. Then I was like, wait, this dude's actually serious. I got an email from the bank saying, with the person's name that was on the license, sent to my email. So I was like, whoa, my bank. And I called the bank, and they said, yep, the money's actually going through. Look, this is, I just wanted to confirm it. I called the bank. They said, yeah, the money's actually going through. I was like, wow, he's actually not joking. So, like I said, he sent the money that was exactly to pay my loan off. So I texted him saying, what about the other amount to complete the $19,000? And I sent him the complete total amount that he still owed me. And he was like, what total amount? And I'm like, what do you mean, what total amount? He was like, what total amount? I'm like, the Facebook post says 19,000. You sent me $9,000. Where's the other amount? And he was like, well, you didn't make that clear to me. What? What do you mean I didn't make that clear to you? You didn't make that clear how much I completely owe you. And I'm like, the post says this. You paid me this. Where was the money in between that you thought was going to come from? I don't know what you thought. Going back and forth. I got tired of it. My dad spoke to him. He was speaking to him. This dude was not getting it. I don't know what was wrong. And then at the end of it, he just, like, he's at 100. We're all like 50. This man turns to 100. And for me, I'm a person who, it takes a lot to get me angry. It takes a lot to get me angry. So a point of just going back, pound, it, I just start getting angry and I just can't hold it. So I just gave the phone to my dad. My dad was speaking to him. So at the end of the day, he calmed down somehow and was like, "Oh no! In the middle of it, he was like, when I'm gonna give you the second half of the amount when I get my title in my hand. When I get my title in my hand, I'm like, it's my car. It's my car. How is it your car if you didn't pay the full amount? You paid half the amount. Like it doesn't work like that. When you're buying privately, at least. So I'm like, you'll get the car when all this money is fully in my account and everything. So I'm like, yeah, you're not getting the car or the title without, mind you, I don't even have the title yet, obviously, because I have a loan on the car. So if you guys know, the loan would have to process through and actually finally clear for them to send me the. On top of that, I refinanced. So my title wasn't even with my lender. It was with my previous lender. I refinanced, so it would have taken a little bit longer for him to even get the title. So that would have been so dead. I was not about to wait that long to get my money if he's gonna have the car. So that goes on. He actually sends me the remaining amount. He sends me the remaining amount. This is a day later from when he sent the other amount. So he sends me the money later, and it was like, oh, now you believe me? And I'm like, oh, okay. I called the bank. They said the money's actually going through. So at this point, I actually see the transaction of the full $19,000 going to my account. So he's like, I sent you my license. Why aren't you sending me yours? I don't want to send him my license at first, but I was like, I asked my parents, I was like, should I just send him my license just so he could shut up? They're like, yeah, just send him the license. So I was like, all right, whatever. Took a picture of my license, sent it to him. So we both have each other's information to feel more comfortable. So I have his information. He has my information. At the same time, I'm still a little skeptical, but whatever. I call my uncles. I have an uncle who's a tax person. I have an uncle who's a lawyer. And I called them and asked them information. The first uncle was telling me he was feeling it was a scam because he deals with stuff like this all the time. And to give it time for even when the money posts, give it a little bit of time to see what happens to the money because money can be reversed or money can be bounced, even if the money is posted. So what do? I say, call up the bank. I say, I'm selling my car. What's the procedure? Because I'm new with this bank too. Like I said, this lender is new because I just refinanced. So I call them and I say, what's the process for if you guys have a wired transfer? They say about 7 days is the amount that they give us to make sure to see if the money is clear, good, and it will not bounce, refund, nothing. That's the amount of time that they normally give at this bank. So he gives me, and when I get that information, I'm like, okay. And my parents are saying the same thing because my mom is business owner too, and this happens all the time where people give her bounce checks. So I really didn't want that to happen to me. So I call the dude. I tell him, okay, I see the money's posted, but it's not fully processed. I'm not trying to tell him that his money is fake or nothing, but I just want to have a peace of mind for myself. So if you could wait the 7 days. Oh my gosh. This man immediately, like, nah. F that. I gave you guys my money. I should have my car. I gave you guys my money. I should have my car. Blah, 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 blah. Going back and forth. This happens, I'm telling you guys, for the next 3 days. 3 days of back and forth of this man trying to be like, I need my car. That day when he sent the money on Friday, and he sent the other money on a Saturday. It took 3 days for the money, takes a few days for the money to process in the first place, to be posted to my account. So the first amount that he sent posted, oh, mind you, that Monday was a holiday. I'm guessing you guys can piece that. Whatever later January had the Monday holiday. So he sent the money, and the first amount posted a Tuesday. Second amount posted on that Wednesday. He's like, well, my money clears on Wednesday. I'm coming to get my car. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to come when the money's actually fully cleared for my safety and for my peace of mind. You're going to get the car. I'm not no scammer. I gave you my information. So you know where I live. So this is not happening here. I sent some pictures of the car sitting in the garage too. Like, your car is fine. Your car is here. You're going to get your car. Let's just make sure this process goes smoothly. So, Him going back and forth. I want to get my car. I want to get my car. I sent you my money. I spent my hard-earned money, gave you my hard-earned money, and you mean to tell me I can't get my car? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my goodness. At this point, my damn whole family was spoken to him. My mother spoken to him. My dad spoken to him. Because my brother spoken to him. My girlfriend spoken to him. Everybody in my household has spoken to him because everybody, one more person will talk to him, they will get so fed up they won't talk to him. Next person will talk to him, get fed up, won't talk to him. Next person will talk to him, won't talk to him. My brother's a psychology major, and my brother knows how to calm people down. My brother knows how to talk to people like how they want to be spoken, or was a psychology major at University of Maryland. So he understands how people think and how people react and stuff. So he spoke to them, he spoke to him, and was able to reason with him a little bit. And he agreed with my brother to pick up the car on that Thursday, which was the following week, which would have been the 7 days waiting time that I wanted to wait. And this man was not having it. So ridiculous. So he was like at first he was like, yeah, well, for whatever, I'll just wait. And then next day, all of a sudden, starts right back up. Nah. I spent my money saying all the same things he was just saying the day before. I want to pick up my car. Okay, so like I said, I was speaking to a lot of people. I was speaking to my uncle, who's a lawyer. And I told him all this information at first. And he was like, well, if it's a wire transfer, you should be able to just give him the car because it's a wire transfer. There really isn't really, if it's there, it's there. Like, that's what he was telling me. We were all hearing all different things. My parents and I were all hearing different things. We were just like, you know what? We're tired of hearing this, man. We might as well just might give him the car. Because at the end of the day, he could have the car, but I still have the title. Because if the title comes, it will come to my house. And then on top of that, I have the money. So, at the end of the day, we decided, let's just give this dude his car. Because all the money's gone through it, has posted. Like, mind you, he even calls me on through it with the bank. He calls the bank himself, then calls me. And then the lady on the bank, even after speaking to everybody, they say give him 7 days. That's the smartest thing to do. The one lady on the bank, I don't know what the hell she was on, but she was like, I mean, the money's posted. It should be fine for him to have the car. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but the money's there. And then he's like, see? And I'm like, whatever. And I hung up the phone on them. I was so angry. And like I said, after that, then that's when we were like, you know what? We're just going to give this dude the car. So at this whole time, this dude's telling us to, that he's going to have his driver come pick it up. Mind you, in text, this man cannot speak English. It doesn't look, he speaks English, but he cannot, I don't know if he can't, all his words were not forming in text. They look so sloppy. It was very hard to read. On the phone, all he did was yell. But yeah, he was saying he was and he was trying to flex on me saying, oh yeah, my lawyer spoke to, no lawyers. He didn't speak to no lawyers. But, he then was like, yes, I'm gonna have my driver come pick up, like, I think it's been like, this is like Wednesday, the following week after everything. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have my driver come pick up the car, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so he says he's gonna have his driver come pick it up. And we're like, whatever. So what does my dad do as the person who's knowledgeable about all this? He's 60 years old. My dad has been through a lot of this before. So my dad has typed up a nice written document with my name on it, my address, his name, his address, and just like a formal document saying that we're releasing the car to his driver and we blah, 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 blah. You guys know what the hell. So just a formal documentation with my signature and everything saying that I'm releasing the car to him. Because my dad, like I said, my dad's knowledgeable about all this. I'm just not trying to give my car away with nothing reassuring me and no paperwork to back it up. So I did all this. My dad asked for the same for him and for him to provide a license for the person who's picking up the car. So when my dad told him that, this man took a piece of paper like a middle schooler, wrote with a blue pen in the worst handwriting you can even think of, and wrote up on the paper saying, I blank blank, writes a blank line, give permission to blank line to pick up my vehicle. That's it. And like the worst written handwriting. On top of that, puts money on top of the paper that he's going to give to me. But guys, listen to this. Because mind you, he sent amount. There was something that happened when he was sending the money, and he said there was like $230 something left in what he owed me. So mind you, this guy is in Memphis, Tennessee. His license says Memphis, Tennessee. He says he's in Memphis, Tennessee. He signs a paper. He has a paper that he's going to give to his driver with money that he owed me on top of that paper. But his driver is where I am, not where he is. So how would he give his driver that paper that he took a picture of with the money that he owed me? He texted me that morning saying he can't find cash. How are you not going to find cash if you're not near me to give me that cash? So the only route would be to send me that money, wire me the money like he did with the rest. So that was another red flag where I was like, that really doesn't make sense. But I have the other money, so that's what I was thinking. So that whole day, later that day, I even made a video and everything talking about getting rid of the car. I deleted the footage. I was gonna add it here, but it's whatever. I even deleted the footage of that day I was so nervous. Mind you guys, I even applied for a loan for another M3. This was I think this the San Marino blue, whatever, with the white leather interior, full leather interior, guys. That is my dream spec. The full white and leather interior. Oh my gosh. Perfect price, good mileage, 2016. Wasn't a comp, but it was everything I wanted, but minus comp. Man, guys, I even applied for it that day because I was just like, if I'm giving the car, I might as well just go in for it. So I applied for the car. I was so nervous that day to see if I would get approved. That whole day goes by. Then I'm like, where's this dude? Like, my brother's the one who's contacting with him because, like I said, I gave up. I was not talking to that guy no more. The dude ends up saying all this hustle and bustle about him trying to get the car as soon as he can. This dude ends up saying that his driver might not be able to come today. Guys, what? All this yelling and whatnot for you not even to be able to be ready to pick up the car? So then, like, the day goes by. At the end of the day, goes by, and he does not come for the car because my dad and him went at it at the end of the day because he did not want to make a typed final document saying blah blah blah, a typed nice document about him coming to pick up or him having his driver come pick up the car, and he did not want to send his driver's license. Driver's license. He did not want to send that. My guess is being because he was the one who's going to come pick up the car. Because at this point, I was starting to catch on to it a little bit. So at the end of the day, he's like, F that. I'm not dealing with you people no more. I don't like what you guys are going on. And I'm going to pay you guys a visit when I come back in the city. Again, how is he going to pay me? If he's not in the city now, how is he going to give me that money? That was another thing that I never understood. But moving on from that, he's just going back and forth. And like I said, he cancels it. He says he canceled it. And later that day, I was just driving around, and I was just on my phone. I was just like, let me look at this again. Because the night prior, me and my mom we typed up the name that was on the license, and we went to that person's Facebook. We went to that person's Facebook account, and what was his last post? The last post that was on this person's Facebook was that his car was stolen and his identity was stolen, making it look like he steals cars. Let me repeat that for you guys. His car was stolen, his identity was stolen, making it look like he steals cars. And the person's making it look like he steals cars. This is what this person was going to do to me. The dude was going to steal my car. This is what I was thinking in my head. He was going to steal my car. The money was going to bounce. And he was going to use my identity to make it look like I steal other people's cars later down the road. After finding this out, I get home later that day. I get a call from the bank. Mr. Ebo, what? Huh? Hello? The money's being reversed from your account. the routing numbers didn't match. Guys, if God isn't real, I don't know what is, guys, because the minute after finding that out, we find out that the money's getting reversed. The first payment, the next day, the bank calls me telling me the same thing. And I'm the one who gets charged for bounce back fee or whatever. But it's whatever. At least I don't lose a car at the end of the day. So the dude blocks me on text message, and I can't have contact. I can no longer have contact with him no more. Again, this is like the same day where he says he's not going to pick up the car. Later that day is when I get that text message or a call from the bank saying that the money bank has been reversed. My girlfriend also messaged the dude on Facebook. Also, if he has a real Facebook with him, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Why was the point of him? The person's Facebook was active since 2010, meaning that he could have DM'd me on his Facebook account if he wanted to. So I was thinking in my head later, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. If he had a Facebook account, he could have messaged me on there instead of that fake account. But again, I wasn't thinking all that. I don't know why, but I guess that's the story. Imagine I would have lost my car. I would have been paying a car note for a car that's not even in my possession, and I would have been screwed. I would have been really, really screwed. And if I put that, even though I got approved, later that day, the next day I got approved for that M3 that I wanted, the San Marino blue, whatever, I think that's the name of the color, with the white full leather interior. I got approved for that car, guys. But imagine I did put the money that I had into the down payment for that car, and I already finished paying for the car and everything. I would have been paying 2 car notes, one for a car that doesn't exist for me that's not in my possession no more, and for another car, and I would have been very, very, very screwed. But so luckily it did not pan out that way. Luckily things happened the way it did. For you guys, be careful if you guys are trying to sell privately, because this is real, and I'm never selling privately again. I'm gonna wait till the time is right. F30 is coming soon, guys. Hope you guys tune into my next videos. Hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know. But I definitely have more car content coming for you guys, and I have some Beamer Code videos coming soon. So, I guess if new viewers see this, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you guys tune in for the next videos that are coming in soon. So, this Beam Team, as you guys can see my little pictures up here in my room too. So, Beam Team, we out.